About once every 2 weeks, I'll go through all the beds and pick all the weeds out. It's a lot easier to maintain them when they don't get out of control, when they're still kind of small. And the whole weeding process for me takes about 20 minutes, I would say. It's really not that long. At about 6 p.m. every day, I hand water, unless it has rained. Depending on how much it has rained, sometimes I won't have to water for a few days. And this is my rain barrel system. And I'll fill my little 2-gallon sprinkle can. And in each of these larger beds, I do between 2 and 4 cans worth. The containers up here on the deck, I do roughly 2 jugs worth per day. And the hex bed, combined with these containers up here, is between 2 and 3 jugs per day. I timed it, and it takes me roughly 20 minutes to water the entire garden. And as the beets grow, I trim the lower leaves, let the new leaves grow up. The radish greens are also edible, and I'll chop these leaves up to make it easier to make salads. Take a handful of beet and radish greens. Add 1 chopped up radish, beet, and serrano hot pepper. Add a mug full of water. Add a little bit of garlic salt and half a tablespoon of olive oil, and I warm it up in the microwave for a nice delicious vegetable soup. The sun sugar cherry tomato plant is starting to outgrow the cage, so I'll take some of this cotton string and extend the trellis. So all these strings are tied down to the cage. And as these branches grow, I kind of wrap them around the string. For all the lettuce and kale, I'll use this fish emulsion 511, 1 tablespoon per gallon, and I fertilize about every 7 to 10 days. For the tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and beans, I'll do the fish emulsion 511, 1 tablespoon per gallon, and then I'll add a little bit of this, the 0-10-10, this Alaska fish emulsion also, and I'll add 2/3 of a tablespoon per gallon, starting June 1st through September. And I buy these by the gallon from homedepot.com and choose the free shipping for pickup at their store. This tub is 15 gallons, so I'll mix 15 tablespoons. And then I'll add 10 tablespoons of the 0-10-10. And I like to wear rubber gloves when I use this fertilizer because it stinks and it'll make your hands stink even after you wash them. Hello everybody, it's June 12th. Do a quick garden update. Been harvesting a whole bunch of sugar snap peas. Got the Detroit red beets. And the lettuce is starting to get towards the end. Some of the plants are showing signs of bolting. These are the little flower pods that are just starting. And down here in the main garden, I have one problem. The sun sugar cherry tomatoes are already starting to die. It's like half of this plant has dying branches. The other half seems okay. But overall, the plants just haven't really grown much. The sun sugar, here's another one. This one's kind of shaded out by the corn plants. But here, this is the large red cherry tomatoes, and these are huge and look really healthy. So I really have no idea why I'm having trouble with these sun sugar cherry tomatoes. The only thing I can think is we had like 10 days of rain every single day. I'm gonna harvest my first sun sugar. At least I got a couple of them. Getting a bunch of peppers starting to grow. This is California Wonder Bell Pepper, and this is giant Marconi. Every plant has a nice big pepper on it. The corn plants are doing really good. They all have ears of corn starting. Here's a better look at the large red cherry tomatoes. Here's some of the large red cherry tomatoes, clusters. The pole beans have little beans starting. Cucumbers have the first tiny little cucumbers. Here's Corno Di Toro peppers and Pepperoncini. These ones are just starting to turn red. And the collards, and then the kale. Here's the grapevines. Here's the tomatoes up in the front hex bed. This is a Roma, and this is a second Roma. And this is a sun sugar, super healthy. Plants seem to grow good up here. And these Roma tomato plants are also doing pretty good. No signs of blight or anything like that. getting the first serrano and cayenne hot peppers. Here's the Celeste Fig. It's covered in little tiny figs just starting. Here's brown turkey fig. And down here, these are the extra plants that were leftovers. I just planted them in the ground. I don't water them or anything. They're really lush and green. Here's tomato plants. No signs of blight or death. I'm wondering what's up with that. Why are my plants up there dying? These are doing really good. This is sun sugar. Super healthy. It's got a little tomato. I've been picking a few basil leaves. Here's that catnip plant that I planted in the spring. Here's red delicious apples. They'll turn red eventually. This is an Ayers Pear tree. Over there is a Moonglow Pear. They're covered with little pears starting to grow. I remember this Moonglow Pear had a really nice sweet flavor. Thanks for watching, everybody. See y'all next time.